Greetings, YouTube. In the past couple hours, my inbox in the Line app has been flooded with the same question over different champions, but it's the same concept. And it really is because of today's offer. So maybe you're clicking on this video and you're just wanting an updated guide to the best 4 stars to rank 5. Well, I made this video today, the new episode I make every couple months, because several people have said, Prof, I can choose one tier 4 class catalyst of one class, and I have multiple 4 stars and go to rank 5 if I choose that specific class, but of course it's limiting one. So I got to make sure I make the right decision, because even though I think this value is way overpriced, this is trash level, it should be $19.99 if not $9.99. Several people have told me that they think they can become uncollected, for example, if they get this offer. So for the sake of those people, this video is for you, particularly the people who feel like they're one rank up away from really clearing content that they've not been able to clear. So, as always, I am going to go class by class. I'm going to try to be as efficient as possible with my words, but at the same time, I am going to not rush through it so much that I miss champions. So the best way to do this is to start by filtering the science class and going just class by class. So, here's the deal. When it comes to the science class, I believe there are a few champions that are clearly, obviously, rank 5 worthy. Quake does not need to be awakened, and I will do my best to separate whether or not they need to be awakened before I take them to rank 5. Quake, I take straight to rank 5. Whether or not she's awakened doesn't matter. Thing, same way. Straight to rank 5. If you don't have him awakened, no worries. Captain America Infinity War, on the other hand, and Void, on the other hand, I would say definitely need to be awakened to take to rank 5. You can take them to rank 4, but I'd keep them there until you get them awakened. There are some honorable mentions of this class that, depending on the roster and synergies, you could take to rank 5 and have them be a good decision, but I would put them at a tier below the champions I just mentioned. Red Hulk, Luke Cage, She-Hulk, Spider-Gwen, Gladiator Hulk, and really, that's it. There are champions that I think used to be no-brainers, like the Captain America World War II. This guy, no. I mean, he's rank 5. Both my caps are rank 5. I'll take them into the arena to get points, but I'm never going to use them. Specifically not over... Isn't it ironic that the only Captain America I don't have ranked up on my roster is the best one? Captain America Infinity War. Thankfully, by the time I got him as a 4-star, I was already transitioning to ranking up 5 and even 6-star champions. But yeah, so that concludes the science class, and I am moving on to the skill class because, like I said, I want this video to not be 20 minutes long. Okay, Blade is a no-brainer. I'd take this guy up, even unawakened, to rank 5. Black Widow, I would strongly consider taking to rank 5, only awakened and at high sig. The same holds true for OG Daredevil, particularly if you need him to counter the Collector and at least start the fight by dodging those projectiles, though the ability accuracy reduction through the fight does mitigate that to some degree. As far as other champions of this class, Nick Fury, no-brainer to take to rank 5, but only awakened. Same with Aegon, but at a high sig. I am still on the fence as to whether or not I'd take Spider-Man's stealth suit up from rank 4 to rank 5. Personally, I haven't used him enough to make that call, so if you are somebody who feels like you are the definitive knowledge on this champion, please comment below and let me know if you think he's definitely a rank 5 nominee. Massacre and Killmonger are 2 champions that I think definitely deserve rank 5 consideration, though it is a tier below that of, say, Blade and Nick Fury and Awakened Aegon. Besides those champions, even though I just pulled Elsa, no idea if she's worth it. My guess is leaning toward no. At least not for offense. For defensive purposes, sure, but this is talking about offensively, because if I was talking about strictly defense, the champions like Korg would be no-brainers, but Korg on offense sucks. I hate fighting with Korg, one of the least favorite champions to play on offense in the game. Now let's move to the mutant class, where we're going to talk about some no-brainers that don't need to be awakened first. Particularly Iceman and even X-23 are 2 champions I highly recommend, as would be Domino and Emma Frost. Now, Awakened, on the other hand, Omega Red, for sure, High Sig with Suicide Masteries, for sure to have it be ideal conditions. I also think that Archangel definitely needs to be awakened, as does Wolverine, to be a high consideration for rank 5 potential. Then you've got some nominees that I think if you take them to rank 5, though they're a tier underneath, I still wouldn't blame you at all. I think Sabretooth and Havoc, even Rogue. I took up Gambit for the sake of variant number 1, and I haven't used him. So that's been kind of a dumb move on my part. Namor is also a champion that, though I would put him in the Awakened category for rank 5, is a no-brainer. Kabam, please don't rebalance Namor. That is definitely a hot commodity. We will wait to see if Colossus or Old Balls Logan fit that conversation. But at the time of recording this, the beta has still not been completed because Kabam is taking their sweet time with that. And so champions like Sunspot, I haven't used him enough. Maybe he's worth it, but I hold on the side of caution until there's a definitive answer. Let's move to the Cosmic class and start with the champions that do not need to be awakened to be no-brainers to take up. Hyperion, for sure, is a champion that I would say, not awakened, who cares, take up. Same with Venom the Duck, and even for that matter, Cole Obsidian, though the awakened ability helps. Now let's talk about champions that I think definitely benefit. Captain Marvel, movie edition, take up no matter what, but certainly she gets much better than Indestructible awakened. Then you've got Medusa, really needs to be awakened to be the best defender, and also to be at her offensive potential even. Venom is the same way, though I've really enjoyed fighting with my rank 4 unawakened 5-star Venom, so still has a lot of utility, particularly like the True Strike at the end of the fight. You've got some nominees in here that are worth mentioning. I think OG Thor at a high sig can still hit hard. You have the awakened ability of that regen for Superior Iron Man. A couple of the classic Mrs. Marvel and Captain Marvel do deserve consideration, as does Carnage. And certainly, let's not forget that Corvus is also one of those champions that rank 5, no-brainer, even unawakened, just make sure you maximize his missions. People who just hear Corvus is really good and don't know how to build up his missions, they'll bring him into a fight, and with 0 missions, Corvus is very average, like exceptionally average. So if that's you, you just need to figure out how to play with him better, but I digress. The rest of the champions on this list are all pretty much middle tier at best, and I do not recommend you take them up. I would not even recommend Proxima Midnight past rank 4 because for the most part, you won't use her high damage. It just takes too long to ramp up, and there are better champions for shorter fights. Okay, we're moving to the Tech class now. We're starting with the champions that do not need to be awakened to be at rank 5. Stark Spidey is at the top of the list of champs that don't need to be awakened, but still can be great. From there, I also think Sentinel gets strong consideration, and certainly Ghost is obviously the choice to go besides Stark Spidey. Ghost and Starky round out my top 2. Now, in terms of being awakened, huge benefit to either Age of Ultron Vision or OG Vision if you have him. They really need to be awakened for rank 5 consideration. Darkhawk as well greatly benefits from being awakened, as does, from what I have been told, Mr. Warlock, though I have not used him before, so my knowledge of speaking about him is low. Star-Lord is a absolute must rank up if he is awakened, but not before. Glad I saw him. I would have really kicked myself if I missed that conversation. You do have some honorable mentions in this class, particularly Doc Ock. If you're really good with Doc Ock, one of the most underrated power control champions in the game. I also think besides Doc Ock, you've got Ultron, who can do a lot, particularly with his immunities and some good regen. Besides that, you've got champs like Green Goblin, even Mysterio, Punisher. I'm not saying that, Nebula, they're good champs, but I'd keep them at rank 4 before taking the others up first. Now, let's go right to the last class of discussion, and that is the Mystic class. As far as champs as you should take to rank 5 without worrying about awakening them, Ghost Rider is at the top of that list, and so is Magic. If you need power control, Dormammu is also essential to this class, but rank 5, not before those. I also think Symbiote Supreme does not need to be awakened and is third on my list of Mystic champs, but I actually like Magic and Ghost Rider more than Symbiote Supreme. I might be in the minority on that, but that is how I feel. Scarlet Witch does need to be awakened at a high sig to be effective, but she is a rank 5 beast even after patch 12.0. So if you need to take her up to rank 5, do it with confidence. There are some honorable mentions of this list. Mephisto, the Hood, Guillotine, Morningstar round out my honorable mentions. Then you've got some true trash: Thor, Jane Foster, Iron Fist, Diablo, Loki. Sorry, DTA. Doctor Strange and his 6 different nerfs. Mordo, who, golly, like Korg, I hate fighting with on offense, just with a passion. I will say, as far as if you're watching this because you want to become uncollected, Juggernaut was my MVP against the Collector, because I did some ultimate Juggernaut cheese. I brought in my 5-star Juggernaut, who's unstoppable at the start of the fight because he was awakened. I would have a guaranteed 5, maybe if I was lucky, 10 to 12 hits before I got knocked out, or if the Collector started to regen, I just force quit, use a level 1 revive, and just rinse and repeat. It was not an effective way to beat the Collector, but I did it. If you're desperate to become uncollected and you just don't think you have a counter, but you have a high ranked up awakened Juggernaut, or for that matter, unstoppable Colossus, there are worse strategies. I've also seen the same strategy, especially with the level 1 revive and the health pool for OG Hulk, having that same cheese to take down the Collector if you're just trying to do it once to get uncollected. And keep in mind, if you're watching this and you're unsure, Prof, should I 100% complete Act 4 before moving on to Act 5? No. You want to become uncollected as quickly as possible, even if that means going back to Act 4 after, because your 4-hour crystals will be far better and your daily crystals will be far better. You'll be building up, ranking up resources faster that are much better for your roster progression if you become uncollected first, then go back to fully explore the content. So that is the tip and the tricks I have for today. I hope that this answers several people's questions. I'm just going to start spamming this link when people ask me, because it's a lot easier for me to say, hey, just go to the video I made, than take the time to answer individual messages. Good luck to everybody who's maybe looking to buy this overpriced, but certainly valuable if it's the missing link in your rank up, particularly for the sake of this video, your rank 4 to rank 5 4-star. Just keep in mind that we also saw that rank up gem for the same price. So they're now, for $30 a couple of weeks ago, or even a week ago, we had seen in the contest that you could choose any 4-star to take to rank 5, and it was a generic gem. Now they're asking the same price for just one tier 4 class catalyst. As I said in the video today, I think it's $10 to, if not $20 more of a price than it should be. But if you're asking yourself, should I do this or not, if you've got the money and if you've got the champion lined up, I hope this video really helps you, because that is the goal of my channel, as is the goal to keep videos as much as I can under 10 minutes, but certainly under 15. That's where we stand right now. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video, say thank you for watching and supporting my Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube channel. Good luck with all of your rank up decisions. May the Marvel Casino of Champions RNG be in your favor.